Shanks One Shot Kid. Hello One Piece enthusiasts, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about One Piece chapter 1079. Well, I've taken a long break, I'm back with an exciting chapter, let's begin. I'm gonna get on to the first thing, Shanks versus Kid, oh my god, what in the world? I mean, okay, we knew Shanks was strong, but Shanks being this strong, and remember, Divine Departure is Roger's move. And you remember Odin take it. Kid couldn't even take that move, bro. And I think this says more about Kid and less about Shanks. Because, okay, there are fair arguments. People argue that Shanks is weak, Shanks is weak, Shanks is weak. Guys, the typical shonen formula is always that the strongest are the ones that are kept until the end game. Shanks, Blackbeard, and the world government are literally the three of the strongest players in the world right now, and they're kept as the final opponents of Luffy. Like, okay, Shanks is whatever, maybe an opponent, maybe an ally, but doesn't matter. What matters is endgame players are supposed to be strong. So Shanks was bound to be strong, and I don't think it says much about him, anything more about him, in fact, in this chapter. I think it says more about Kid. We'll get to that in a bit. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Well, talking about Kid, this guy has been taking risks after risks after risks. Remember, this guy did not wait 2 years to get stronger. He learned as he grew, and he went along the Grand Line, facing off one Yonko after the other, getting wrecked, coming back again. He needed to be stopped at some point. Now you guys would say, if it were to be Luffy other than Kid, Luffy would survive. Kid has no plot armor. But bro, this guy survived battling against a Yonko more than 3 times. And recklessly, in fact. He's even more reckless than Luffy is. Luffy knows when to stop. Sometimes. When it comes to Big Mom, he had a specific goal. He didn't directly face off against Big Mom because he knew he wasn't much of a challenge. He left. He left doing what he was supposed to do. And yeah, he technically did learn something, but then again, he knows when to stop. He knows when to get better. I think with Kid, I don't think the same card plays the same way. Both of them are reckless. Luffy has plot armor, but Kid is way too reckless. Sometimes he doesn't even know what's good for him. Like, the only reason why Kid won against Big Mom is because he had help from Law. And if it weren't for that, I don't really think Kid has a chance. In this case, I mean, okay, I think he attacked Big Mom once, he came back quite well, he defeated a commander, went to beat Kaido, look what happened to that, and then challenged Kaido again, ended up facing against Big Mom with the help of Law, and now you have facing off against Shanks, and Shanks is not going to go easy. So, and we know how strong Shanks is. So, like, I really don't think you guys should be arguing about this. He was way too reckless. He knew what he was getting into. And yeah, this says more about Shanks than Kid. We'll get onto it in a future video. Now, continuing on, I'll go back to Egghead Island. So, York's been betrayed. York's been betrayed, which is very obvious because the world government has its own agenda. Now, I don't really understand what York is doing with, turning himself into a stone with the help of a snake. I don't really know where he's going, but he might have a plan. Like, I don't even know what's up anymore. He wanted to be a Celestial Dragon, of course. And okay, I forget that I haven't talked about York. So York being the traitor, should have known, man. Should have known. Should have been a little more smarter. I was calling Shaka. I knew he was the smartest, but I guess greed comes over being the good guy. I don't even know, man. It was crazy. Again, Oda beat us. Oda beat us again. We could not beat him at his own game. York is a traitor, and I'm not surprised. I actually like the reasonings behind it all. I maybe should have thought about it a little bit more. Well, at this point, the world government betraying York makes sense because, the world government is the world government. They play on no one's side. other than the Celestial Dragons, and York is not a Celestial Dragon. Now, I don't know what York is going to do from this point onwards. I know what the world government would do. They're going to capture Stella, they're going to destroy everything else on Egghead Island, including the Straw Hats, and be done with it. They're sending off, what, 100 battleships now? 100 battleships with an admiral, and then you've got all this Navy HQ vice admirals and captains coming up. It's about to be pretty insane. Not really sure how the Straw Hats are going to handle the entire mess. Luffy is pretty strong. He could probably handle Kizaru. As for the fodders and everything, I don't know if Conqueror's Haki will do the trick. Conqueror's Haki might do the trick for a while, but the rest of the fights are bound to be insane. I don't know how the Straw Hats are going to escape this on time. Like, if this stays on Egghead Island, it's going to escalate to an extent where we never would have thought it was possible. And speaking of, last but not least, let's talk about Blackbeard. He's coming. Blackbeard is coming to Egghead Island. Imagine this. I made 2 videos regarding 2 of the biggest wars that might be happening after Wano. I expected that it would be Egghead Island in the first place. Then I talked about Elbaf. I really thought Elbaf was going to be the high point. Well, Shanks now has the 3 poneglyphs. He's looking for the 4th. He has kept an eye on Blackbeard. Blackbeard is coming to Egghead Island, which probably means his law is also done for. Like, I do not see any other way possible for Law to survive this. Like, he might survive this. If he does, I really wanted Law to show up with the Straw Hats, in front of the Straw Hats again, trying to provide some background information of Blackbeard, and then he's done his job. But right now, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know where the story is going. Like, I thought the pinnacle of every war zone would be Elbaf. But if Blackbeard is headed to Egghead Island, the Marines are headed to Egghead Island, Shanks has done whatever he's doing with Elbaf, I don't know where the story is going to go. The Straw Hats need to go to Elbaf. Well, I could see it spin it in a way where the Straw Hats do manage to escape in time and head to Elbaf. Shanks is already on Elbaf. Blackbeard is on his way to Egghead Island. He'll probably follow Luffy, but I don't really get why he's following Luffy in the first place. Because now that you've got your 3 poneglyphs, you're still 1 behind, and the other poneglyph I expected to be on Elbaf, not Egghead Island. I'm not really sure what Blackbeard is thinking, because, dude, this is insane. I literally have no idea. If he was going to head for the 4th poneglyph, which probably is in Elbaf, why isn't he doing it in the first place? Why come take a detour to Egghead Island? And as for the Marines, if Blackbeard did not show up, I would expect that Luffy and the others would escape on time, and they would head to Elbaf and the Marines would follow them. This would have made a lot more sense, but I don't know, man. This is insane. A lot of things to talk about, honestly. We've got a week break, and lots of stuff to talk. I missed out on last week's chapter. Probably gonna make a few videos on that. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.